And that breaking news, the situation in Southern California getting even worse tonight. A new fire breaking out late this evening in the Hollywood Hills. Who would have ever thought this? Los Angeles is on fire.
The scene horrific. More than 1,000 homes and other buildings are destroyed. Firefighters there doing everything they can, but there simply aren't enough of them to fight the horror that has exploded.
Reinforcements coming from all around the region and beyond. Here's the latest at this hour. There are a total now of 6 wildfires burning tonight.
So far, the fires are to blame for at least 5 deaths, all of them just north of Pasadena.
And more than 130,000 Angelenos now under mandatory evacuation orders. And right now, people are rushing to escape the Hollywood Hills.
This as all Los Angeles public schools will be closed tomorrow. We begin our coverage with Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger.
And Sandra, we've been watching this latest fire develop just over the last couple of hours, and it's happening as we speak. This fire started small, just a speck, and in the span of less than an hour, it grew exponentially, the wind shoving it right toward Hollywood Boulevard. We could show you a map of this area, what's under the gun here. Hollywood Bowl, the famous Hollywood Bowl in the east. There are lots of houses in this area, and of course, it's approaching the world-renowned Hollywood Boulevard. The entire area right now under a mandatory evacuation as yet another part of the City of Angels erupts into danger. After dark tonight, the misery multiplied.
It's a dire situation.
Our LA sister station's chopper reporter narrated in real time as a brand new fire exploded down the Hollywood Hills, making a beeline for the iconic heart of the entertainment industry.
And this is obviously an explosive fire that has just, blown up in Runyon Canyon, and it's in a very dangerous place.
Hollywood Boulevard and the massive residential neighborhood around it suddenly in the bullseye.
Some more of the streets, Lucas. We need to get people out of this neighborhood.
Over the past 24 hours, the infamous Santa Ana winds have taken a blowtorch to Southern California.
It is like driving through hell itself down here. Literally through hell. This is madness down here.
Hundreds, if not thousands of homes reduced to ash. Memories melted away in minutes.
We thought we were going to have the opportunity to come back to a home. And this is what we come back to.
The historic firestorm comes amid a drought, and those 100-mile-per-hour winds are capable of sending blizzards of burning embers more than a mile. Tens of thousands of people have fled for their lives, abandoning their cars when they could go no further. Bulldozers shoving them out of the way so fire trucks could get by. In many cases, the demand for water has been so tremendous, firefighters simply ran out. But they say it's barely made a difference.
But I'll be clear, we could have had much more water. With those wind gusts, we were not stopping that fire last night. Those erratic wind gusts were throwing embers for multiple miles ahead of the fire. And that's really what caused the rapid spread of this fire.
No, LA County and all 29 fire departments in our county are not prepared for this type of widespread disaster.
Officials say they have resources for, at most, 2 simultaneous wildfires. Tonight's inferno in the Hollywood Hills was the 6th. President Biden, already in LA when the firestorm broke out, has signed a disaster declaration, deploying federal resources to try to help.
We're prepared to do anything and everything as long as it takes to contain these fires and help reconstruct and make sure we get back to normal.
Whatever help the feds can provide, it'll certainly come too late, given the scope of destruction already across much of LA County. You heard earlier from our partners at our sister station, KABC in Los Angeles. Watch now as their Air 7 reporter Chris Christie reacts in real time as that fire in Hollywood spread before his eyes.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys. Jovan, I've got to interrupt you. Go ahead, widen out, Lucas. You've got police on Runyon Canyon Road. Go ahead, tilt over to the left, and now a new spot fire. A new spot fire starting at the end of Vista Street right there. A small little speck right now. Let's see what it does. I do not know what kind of fuel is around that fire, but we can only assume the worst.
So basically what we're seeing in real time right now is how a small fire can become a big fire. This is how all of these fires that we've been dealing with that are now thousands of acres in size and thousands of structures have burned. This is how they grow. driven by the winds, pushed along. The front line of the fire moves along with the wind.
It's just amazing to see the impact the wind has on this. And Lee, this is actually when the wind already had started to die down.
I mean, from ember to inferno in moments, and that's the thing, it's coming down. That just allows them to attack it like you showed from above, and the morale's got to be higher with the firefighters. But that doesn't mean it doesn't spread, and that's what we're dealing with now. So when you look at the Hollywood forecast, and I have the wind forecast for you, you'll see that, there are some gusts that are coming through the canyons, 15, 25 miles an hour. That's all it's going to take for some spread tonight. The winds are a lot lower as we go into tomorrow morning. So definitely they're going to jump on that opportunity to fight that fire. So yes, we're out of extreme danger in terms of spread, but we're still in critical fire danger tomorrow. Some gusts 35 to 55. The higher gusts are really in the higher terrain in the mountains. But you see that futurecast gust. Now they drop off overnight, but we still have some gusts that'll be ramping up during the day tomorrow. So they have a window here tonight and tomorrow morning where they're really going to try to fight these fires. By the way, after we see these winds diminish, there are additional Santa Ana wind events on Sunday and Tuesday. They're more traditional events, but I mean, even a lower level event, they can't handle anything like that right now. All right, for us, we're dealing with some winds. It's gusty again tomorrow, and the gusts are even stronger than they were today, some 50-mile-per-hour gusts. So now we have wind advisories northwest New Jersey, coastal New Jersey. This may expand even a little bit more. Wind is still howling tonight. We've had gusts over 40 miles an hour, and you can see those winds are up through the day tomorrow, but this is the last gasp of this wind event. So we're at 23. It's frigid again. It feels like 10 out there. It feels like we're in the single digits. Many suburbs are even 0 in the Catskills. So figure it's just super cold in the morning. The storm, by the way, that helped fire up the winds out west, that's the one that we've been watching going over I-20 tomorrow. I mean, connections through Dallas going to be a mess with some snow and mix headed into the Tennessee Valley. But what happens with us? The storm exits well to our south. We just get some fringe from it, light snow showers, maybe a coating to an inch. Friday night into Saturday, 1 to 2 inches of possibility south, but I geared toward the lower end of these ranges. So at the bus stop, wait till the last minute to get out there. We're at 22, feeling like 10, and in the afternoon, freezing, feeling like the teens again, wind gusts of 50 miles an hour. In AccuWeather, we will time that Friday night, Saturday snow. We'll talk about a seasonable stretch after that. But for now, we'll have more on our Southern California fire coverage. Guys, back to you for now.
Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes, Lee. Thanks. We want to go back to the fires for a moment, and we have some breaking news to tell you about. This is a live picture showing Hollywood Boulevard, where right now, not far from this scene, a large wildfire is growing right to the left and up the hills. Homes have been evacuated by thousands of people who live inside them. And within the past hour, we learned that President Biden has now canceled his planned trip to Italy. This to keep monitoring these fires. This was supposed to be his final foreign trip, by the way, as president, where he was going to meet with the Pope. So many developments happening so quickly. We're keeping up on it. We'll get another update in just a few moments.